Hello everybody, welcome back to 539. Wow, so this looks like it's the original gate right here actually of this old historic graveyard that I just pulled up on. You can see it's just a metal frame pretty much now, and does have a few headstones right by it. And this one here is clearly unrecognizable. Fairly interesting place, not sure exactly what we're gonna find here. There's a few Woodmen of the World markers here and there. Looks like the rows are actually fairly scattered, as you can see with this one right here. There's a very large marked off section here, potentially a family section. Looks like only a single stone there, but 3 names on it. And we'll go ahead and just follow it down here as normal, sort of check the edges, and then we'll head on around to the center section. And pretty steep hill here. Not sure if we're gonna find anything at the bottom or not. Kind of coming up right along the edge right here. If we find anything, I would almost expect it to be right along in this area. Nothing's really jumping out so far though. And this itself appears to be a fairly large hill and might just be a refuse pile. And it literally just ends in a cornfield. Let's take it over here to the very corner at least though, see if there's anything to be seen, and if not, we'll check out the rest of this place. Really seeing nothing. That's a good sign so far at least. There does seem to be a fair amount of damage here at the back, and there's another large section where there could potentially be some lost graves. And right here, a large, or not a large one, but a kind of medium-sized stone that has fallen over. And a couple of them in a row that have some pretty severe damage. Looks like it might have been an accidental lawnmower hit actually. You can kind of tell that it looks to be done fairly recently. Now I don't know if it's the same family or not, but it does appear that this place is once again being used. Another small family section here. Just a marker for a husband and wife, and that may be all that's here. It looks like that's about all it's big enough for. Starting to get a little bit of a view above some of the tops of the corn. It's become really tall this time of year. It's about ready for harvest. Another Oddfellows member right there. You can see the FLT and the linked chains, which signify that fraternal organization. And then this is what I was seeing right here, the other potential. It's obviously kind of been ignored, and I kind of feel like a lot of times these places are ignored for a reason, because they actually have stuff in here that needs to be done, and people are trying to be careful to not destroy anything and sort of taking their time, and also just people who are here only to mow the grass would ignore it because there's no grass there, and they obviously don't want to impair somebody's restoration efforts. But I don't know what this is here. It looks like we might have found another geo marker though. This is actually 2 in a row out in this area that I found, so let's check this out. And again, one that appears to not have a pen with it, so unfortunately I cannot sign it, but kind of interesting to see here. So yeah, there's been a lot of people that have been to this one, even recently. Once again, a really respectful place, so we'll go ahead and return that to where it came from. Yeah, I don't really know what the fence post is there for. So let's search around a little bit more and see. Maybe there might be some stuff that's actually hidden back here. Just kind of odd to find that there like that. Here is something here. A very large stone, but it doesn't look like it's a headstone. However, right behind it definitely looks like a piece of something right here. You can almost see some writing, some really old, faded writing that's been deteriorated over the years. So it looks like this actually might be an area where they're trying to find some stuff. I don't know why, you know, it's taken this long to get to or what the story is behind it, but it kind of looks like it. However, I'm not really seeing anything else unless it is just really, really deep down in there. I don't know. Let's go ahead and head up to the front though and check out a few of these trees up here. There are some newer graves, as I said, over to the left hand side here, so it kind of looks like somebody is starting to use this place again. And it looks as if this would have been the original fence line. There is something right here at the edge though, so I don't know if we're going to end up finding anything further along that's historic. And really looks more like it was just put here to stabilize the fence line. But obviously another potential would be around this gigantic tree here. And although it does look like somebody's old bottle is kind of stuck into the ground there, I'm not thinking we're actually gonna find anything. Although, I wasn't assuming since it was the edge of the fence line right there, but it does kind of look like there's something here. And this is a really, really old one here, and you can see the name, which is actually the namesake for the graveyard here, which is Rogers. Well, I have another pile. You can see that even some of the stuff that had been found before and placed up against this memorial here is actually itself sunk down. And then next to it here, a marker is fallen over, and they've used this still standing memorial as a sort of a means of propping it up. This actually has its writing on the back here. Again, kind of interesting here. Just two Civil War veterans right in a row. And this marker is pointed in this direction. And over here, they're just pointed towards the road. I don't know why it makes me wonder that much. Perhaps the actual story behind it isn't that interesting. I don't really know, honestly. But it would be kind of interesting to find out the reasoning why so many things are turned in different directions like that. But again, as we get towards this edge here, it still makes me wonder how more hasn't slid down the hill. And so maybe there has been a real ongoing effort to keep this place looking pretty nice. I do see some old sections of rebar that might have been used for the original fencing. And again, another place I'm surprised I just haven't found anything whatsoever. But, I mean, I guess that's kind of a good thing, isn't it? So, I can't complain too much. And even looking way, way back there, doesn't seem to be anything whatsoever. I want to get a quick close look at the tree though. And maybe a little bit behind it here. It does look like there might be a section of something here. I don't really know, it might just be some rocks, but it kind of looks like the top section of something, and I can feel a little bit of texture as if it has been inscribed in, and there's definitely some metal siding that's been back here, so who knows, but it does look a little bit suspicious, especially being right here. But on the other side of the tree there is nothing, so I don't know really how to judge this one. But at any rate, I think we've checked out the majority of this place and found a lot of its secrets here, and it's getting pretty late, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of 539. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check out the second channel too. And as always, I'm going to see you guys in our next adventure.